Hello and good morning. This is Matti. This time I'd like to make you a video about how I practice nowadays. And what I'm trying to achieve currently is getting more mindful about what I play, getting some new vocabulary down, and overall trying to figure out how to play more mindfully without just going and banging out something from the scale of the song. So I have kind of three parts to my morning routine. I do this every morning currently. The first part is getting to know the scales and the neck, where everything is laid out on the neck. And also the next part is about getting to know the chords, and I'm kind of concentrating on the triads currently, so no extensions yet. And the third part that I do is some improvisation, just trying to integrate some stuff and trying to figure out something cool. So let's try to do that now. Normally it takes much longer, so I try to make a compressed version. So let's get to it. So let's pick one scale, C major scale for simplicity's sake. And I just do that from every place I can figure out from the neck. So basically that. And then I might do something like going up and down. Two octaves at a time. So still woodshedding here. And then I might do some patterns like stuff like that. And that too from different places. And so on and so on. And the next part, when I've done enough of that, I feel I move on to the chords. And what that means, I basically do every chord in the scale. Like the C major scale, the first chord is C major. So I could of course do this, but I don't do that. I do the triads only, so, and arpeggiate them. So all over the neck, wherever I can find it, I play it. And then on to the next chord, which is A minor, I believe. No, not A minor, of course. D minor. On to the next, which is E minor. And on and on. Next one would be what I think F major, isn't it? And on, everywhere across the neck, every place where I can find those chords, I do that. Okay, that's pretty, pretty, I don't know, perhaps a little bit boring, but also kind of meditative, and I'm in a perfect mood in the mornings to do that kind of stuff. The next part is the playing part, or integrating all of that stuff. And I do that by just picking out some chords from the scale and making a chord progression out of it. So for instance, I could do A minor, G major, and E minor, and F major. And then I usually put on a looper and I play across that. But let's take a short detour into, so what actually are you gonna play over those chords? So it can be a little bit difficult to figure out in the first times when you're doing improvisation, or when you're learning playing, what to actually play. So how to pick out some notes? Well, you can do that's in A minor, which is a relative scale to the C major scale. So you can basically do everything in every note starting from A. You can pick. It's pretty easy to remember, even because it's basically A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So everything there could fit potentially in over those chords. Some are better fits than others, and you can kind of get rid of the dangerous ones by concentrating on the pentatonic scale, which is a subset of those notes. And by subset, I mean some of the dangerous notes are removed. So let's do that shape. So it's A, C. So the B is removed. A, B. Sorry, B is removed. A, C, D, E, G, and then we're back to A. So, and you can continue the shape across the fretboard. And that's really popular across rock and blues and almost every style of playing. If you get more adventurous, you can start to incorporate some of those removed notes like B, B and F, which have been removed. And some blues players even like to incorporate some chromatic notes which are not part of the scale, like for instance in this instance you could do flat E flat, or so. So along those lines. And something that I like to concentrate on also would be to kind of outlining some of those chord changes. So again, if I'm playing this chord progression, A, G, E, F. So I might even start with just A. So you could start progressing into doing some harmonies with that idea. So and then move on into something more involved. But let's try out and see what we can find from the chord progression. So here goes nothing. Oops. Loopers always so difficult to use. Let's try again. So that's the general idea. So, any advice on note choice, especially if you are looking forward or you have to play an extended solo, like really, really lots of bars, would be to look for some motifs that you can kind of build on. For example, like what I showed. Some bum notes there, but you get the idea. So like start with some idea and start building on it, and repetition is a pretty good trick. So you could do something like I don't know, those are not those do not fit the mood, but let's try something more serene and stuff. So so I'm getting carried away a little bit. So what I did, one place there was kind of, I mentioned the dangerous notes, the F there, so you can kind of bend into it, and that sounds usually rather cool. So like. Yeah, you could even try to do some kind of chordal stuff or double stops. And there it kind of pays off all of that stuff about learning the chords and notes on the neck, so you can avoid all those bum notes I took. Yeah, I think that about wraps it up. Nothing too exciting there. Certainly not any kind of acrobatics going on. But I do hope this kind of opens up some of the ideas for lead playing and what to practice when you're kind of wanting to get a little bit more musical than just repeating some of the old licks that you always do. Yeah, so did you find it interesting, helpful? Let me know if you want, and I hope it has been interesting to you, and I hope to see you again next time. So until then, bye bye.